Hello and welcome back to the Snarf23 YouTube channel, where we do drum vlogs and VST plugin overviews. Today we are going to look at a full bucket synth. This is a free plugin. It's called WhispAir. And we're not going to get into anything too involved and all these knobs and everything. We're just going to go through the voices that are the presets. So sometimes these things can be hard to find on plugins, but it's just down here on this one. Down here on the... So a lot of these are like pads and real ethereal sounding sounds, but here we go. I would not use that in a piece of music. That was the first one. It's called Texture. It's a pad. Okay, this is called Flutish. There is a vibrato. I like how responsive it is to when you take your finger off the key. Okay, so let's see. This is Pianette. I'm not a keyboardist. I'm a drummer. But things are working so far with this plugin. Flippy Brass. All right, that's pretty interesting. There's no telling how many are on this plugin. PWM Droner. Force the mixer. There we go. Pretty loud. Let's see if we can't bring it down just a little bit. Yeah. Alright, that was PWM Droner. Alright, so now Synth Classic. Alright, so that's classic synth. We got ARP X mode. Is it an arpeggio? Wow, it's like the voice changes as you move from note to note. And that's called X mode. Well, I'm covering a lot of full bucket stuff on here. They got a lot of good stuff, and they got more free stuff than probably any other developer. So let's see what's going on here. We got the next up, Indecisive. Interesting. All right. Jol. Alright, that one's, some of the more ambient ones, personally, for me, I wouldn't use it in a piece of music. I like lifting my finger off the key and the voice decaying immediately. Wow. I didn't touch the key, but just for like a half second, like a millisecond. And that much sound. This one's called Deep. Deep. Alright. So let's see what else we got here. There's no telling how many are on this. 9. Rezo Pad. Ooh, I like that one. Yep, Rezo Pad. That might be my favorite so far on here. Let's keep going. Ting. Here, I'll make this bigger so I'll be a little more social with you guys. Ting. Ting. Ting's alright. I'm digging Ting. Alright. Analog-ish. Wow, when you move from key to key, it feels like there's a pitch bend. So I don't have to use the pitch bend over here. Interesting. Alright. So, let's see what else we got here. Sequencer ping. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, let's write some 80s pop music. Okay. On to the next thing. Sounds like Cyndi Lauper. Okay, that was sequencer ping. I like that one a lot. Glitter. I don't know. Personally, I'm not a fan of glitter. Panorama. It's going between my left and right ear. That's why it's called panorama. Okay, so automat. That's interesting. Automat. That'd be a pretty cool effect in something, I'm sure. Okay, this is a bass. E-bass. It's a pretty cool bass. Okay, what's up next? Swedish, or Swish. Every key is the same across the keyboard. It's not chromatic. So Swish is just a sound effect. Pizzow. Pizzow. That is chromatic, and it does change the pitch as you move up and down the keyboard. So these are very largely cinematic sounding, a lot of these voices. This one's called Snare. Wow. Wow, I like that. The upper registers don't sound the same as the... It doesn't even sound like the same instrument as the lower registers. The lower registers almost sound like a gunshot combined with like somebody hitting a big piece of sheet metal with something big or something. Some of these like sound like a mixture of several sounds. Okay, so I like that one, Snare. That was good. Pianola. Very soft, pad-like piano. Okay, next up, Slapper. It's like a slap bass, or it kind of sounded like a walking bass. It just matters on how you play it on the keyboard. Alright, that was the slap bass. Okay, Ethereal. This is a pad. Okay, I hear two voices within that instrument. Okay, this one's called FM-ish. Alright, FM-ish. Pretty cool. What do I got going on here? Alright, we're on 25 here. Classic Sync. Boy, does that sound good. Very ambient. Alright. 26, Digitalis. Alright. Once again, we're just looking at voices here. This one's called AM-ish. Synced echoes. I like it. I wonder if you can change the speed of that effect. Okay, so vintage VA. Like that. Okay, the big razor. Wow, I only had my finger on the key just for a second, and it made all that. So I'm not crazy about the big razor. Okay, so what else we got here? Sound effects, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wow!
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Alright, that was interesting. I don't know if that's practical for using in any piece of music. Alright, that was a panning. That was called FM panning. Alright, so this is called Nebulous C. Alright, that's alright. Alright. Mono Madness. I like it. It's got a wah. You can hear the wah. And there is absolutely no stereo effect, so yeah, Mono Madness. Okay, Blubber. This is a sound effect. Use MW exclamation point. Oh, that means mod will. I mean, I guess it's alright. Blubber. You use the mod wheel. Okay, so Fifth Hammer. Ooh, I like that. That's a totally industrial voice that could be applied to industrial music. Yeah, WhispAir. Keep this one in mind. Fifth Hammer. Real cool voice. I like the mid-ranges on that one. Okay. Dramatic. This is a lead. Alright. Dramatic's cool. Dunkel's Galamer. Get out of here with your Dunkel's Galamer. Okay. Pad Sweeper. I'm not too crazy about Pad Sweeper. Harpsichord. I don't think that sounds like a harpsichord at all. Alright, Wild Borg Computer. Alright, there's nothing chromatic across this keyboard for this particular voice on this plugin. It's just a sound effect. Okay, so here's 80s Hit. That's not what a hit sounds like. I mean, it sounds like an 80s keyboard voice. A hit sounds like, something out of Paul Abdul. Okay, so what else we got here? That's 42, 43, 80s Unison. Ooh, I like that. Alright, that's a bass. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Filter Rhythm. I like it. That's more like a harpsichord. That's Filter Rhythm. Filter Rhythm 2. I like that one. That's pretty cool. Okay, Dream Piano. Some of these have a really loud output. They're not the same as others. So, you have to turn the mixer down and reverb, or it's going to peak. And that's really odd. All the voices in a single plugin should be the same output level as far as level that could make this peak. All right. Wellington. That's like a cinematic sound effect. These are largely for filmmakers, I think. Okay, so drum, kick. Well, that sure doesn't sound like a kick. Snare. These are like 8-bit Nintendo kicks and snares, you know. Yeah, Velvet DeVoe. Okay, so noise, zap. Now, I hear something that sounds like a bass drum there, along with a couple other sounds. But you only perceive it as a bass drum if it's on the low range. The high range sounds nothing the same. Okay, so percussion snarls. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's great. I'd use that in something. Sounds like a pop. Like in the lower registers. Okay, that's 51. Okay, so on to 52, which would be Guiche filter. Whoa. The sound goes away after you hold the key down. I don't know how too crazy I am about that. Okay, so 53 is dance bass, poly sixth. Alright, poly sixth. Alright, next up, 54, mysteries. Mysterious, sorry. Okay, so what do we got? 55, glockenspiel. I actually do like that a lot. Okay, so drawbar mocked S. I think somebody whoever this developer was that programmed this must be German. Because there's some German language going on here. Okay, devil fourth. Sounds like some percussion instrument in the lower ranges, but it sounds like it's got multiple instruments in the upper ranges. Okay, resonant fifth. Not a fan of that one. Digital piano. That's probably my least favorite digital piano I've ever heard. Okay, Saw 1. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, let's keep on going here. We're on 60. Probably 100. That's Unisaw Square. I'm not a fan of that. The persistent. Yeah. Let's see here. Wah wah. Alright, 63. In it. Yeah, I like that. And it's cool. Alright. Texture. This is a pad. It's alright. Flutish. This is 1. So what, it had 60? Texture, 63. Wow, very strange number of voices for the presets in this plugin. 63 voices that we went through. So I guess that's it for this video. This is Snarf 23, and where we make overviews for plugins so you don't have to. And we're signing out. Tune in for the next time. Thanks. Bye.